Hey guys, Glenn. I got into the show a little bit early. This is Friday morning. It gets a little loud in here when guys are pulling in and out, but I thought I'd go ahead and shoot a little footage. This place is huge. For those who haven't been here, this is the Expo Center here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and it is huge. I'm not even going to try to cover the whole show. Up on the top, I don't. There's like 1,000 cars up there, just all kinds of the most beautiful cars you've ever seen. But we're not here for them. We're here for these. We'll start off, of course. Got Rat Dooley made it down. See a little bit of footage of the trip down for that. Towing Sketchy, which I wasn't expecting, but it did fine. My brother Tom's Cadillac. They were on a truck trailer ahead of us, and his coupe Sparky. We'll be getting some footage. In fact, I got video. I'll share a link of him shooting flames, but I'm sure I'll be getting some more footage this weekend. And this is awesome build here, twin turbo setup. That's if I had unlimited budget to put twin turbos on Sketchy, I think that's probably how it would look. Definitely a fine looking machine there. Looks like, I'm guessing that's an LS, judging by the way the coils are done. I like the way the old fins were used for truck beds. Very cool. This show is kind of confusing in some aspects because there's some vehicles that are down in the Rat area that I don't think should be here, that I think are really nice looking cars, but I guess they're not. Somebody said, well, they're not nice enough to be upstairs. Well, I've seen some of the stuff upstairs that ain't the best either, so I don't know who makes that decision. Maybe the owner didn't want to be up there with those cars. Maybe they're just wanting to show down here. So not understanding all that, but I'll go ahead and show you some more. I'm going to try to interview some builders while I'm here. That's something I've been wanting to try to start doing, and I haven't really done much of yet. So if that presents itself, then I'll try to do that. Here's a couple more nice looking Rats. This is a little old Hemi power. That is nice. Nice and ratty. And some nicer, more patinaed trucks over here. I don't know what he's going for on that. If the blue in front's his objective and he just hasn't got to the back yet, or what his plan is. I love those big steel wheels like that. Good looking old Suburban. I guess back before they called them Suburbans, I don't know. C10s. Another one of those big steel wheels. I love that style of Chevy trucks. Just happened to find a Ford to work on first, so that's what I got. Another old Ford. Now this one I think is done just right. I'm not a big fan of gloss paint over patina, but this one it looks like they maybe sprayed it and didn't buff it out, or it's more of a matte finish. I definitely like the looks of that a whole lot better than where it looks like you got an inch of clear coat on top of patinaed paint. An old Chevy here. A nice patinaed Bel Air with a custom paint on top. Very, very cool. It's kind of like a mullet on acid, I guess. Nice old Edsel. See, that's one I don't understand why that's not up top. That's just a beautiful car. And we have a bunch of vendors here with all kinds of things for sale. Now this is an interesting one here. I'd like to hold the owner on this one and talk to him about it, because he's got it as a 51 Ford, which might be what that bed is, and Probably not, no. Cab, I guess. The cab is probably a 51 Ford. That bed, I have no idea what that is. I'm guessing 60s, late 50s, early 60s maybe. Those seats look very uncomfortable. And it's got a Dodge motor in it, so I'm guessing maybe it's on a Dakota frame. I don't know. I'll try getting a hold of him if I see him around later on. And that front end says Chrysler on it, so I guess that's some kind of Chrysler car front end. I've not seen it with the nose down on it, but it definitely looks like a collection of parts. Those wheels, I know those are Ford wheels. I had a set just like that on my Ford Ranger I had with big tall tires on it. Looked good on the Ranger. Some old Plymouth Coupes, or well, Plymouth Coupe and a Chevy sedan. Makes me wish my dad was here. His car would fit right in with some of these cars. But hopefully next year. He just talked about trying to get his started today. So hopefully we'll get some news on that. That's a good looking short bed Ford. Bump side. I like those wheels. Oh, I wonder if this is Crown Vic swap. I bet it is. I bet that's sitting on, that's sitting on a Crown Vic chassis. That's something I've been wanting to do. That's why I own a Crown Vic, is because I was wanting to do this to it. I just haven't found the right truck for it yet. Okay, yeah, he kept the original dash, and he got the Crown Vic instrument cluster to fit in behind it. Good deal. Yeah, I definitely want to talk to this guy. That's a good looking truck. Love the way he did that. Where is he from? Broken Arrow, Oklahoma. For this being such a big show, I'm really surprised at how many people are actually from the Oklahoma area. Old square body. Oh no, this one he's inviting people to sign this truck in different places. I'll have to get back to that here in a little bit. But yeah, a dually truck with a single bed. I'm sure there's a lot of C10 lovers out there that probably cringe seeing this one, because that looks like a very good a very straight, really, C10. If somebody was to have wanted to restore it, so, yeah, I'm sure some C10 owner would be screaming at this one right now. But hey, it's his truck. He can do with it what he wants. So now here's another one. I guess it could be in an unfinished class, but it's a good looking Buick. Is it Buick or yeah, Buick? Good looking Buick. And then here's some of the vendors. Some interesting rat rod inspired artistry. I've seen their stuff down at Fort Smith before. Here's a bug I think I've seen a couple shows before. I had noticed it on airbags up front. There's a ratty thing. Gator inspired rat rod. Gator down. Old Cadillac. Old Chevy panel van. Or panel wagon. Walk on over here. Wow, I did not see this. I'm not sure when this came in. Kinetic Concepts. A little flatbed they dressed up, I guess for parades and whatnot. That's getting loud now. I think maybe this is Paul Smith coming in. The infidel. Yeah, dude. So Paul Smith, I met him a couple shows back. He's a fellow club member, although I don't really do a lot with their club, the Rusty Orphans. But he built this, and I first met him a couple years ago on the way to Shapiro's. We stopped at a gas station and he had it up on a trailer. I'm gonna not want to shout over top of all that, so I'm gonna stop this for a minute. I'll come back when it gets quiet again. There we go. All right. Here, I go ahead and stop talking while he was backing it in there. Here's a nice looking old Ford panel wagon. One of these would be so much fun to do stuff with. Make it into a little camper, tow rig. Looking Chevy. Basic looking, but the proportions is what I'd like. If you get the proportions right, and I'll show you an example here in a little bit of proportions that aren't right. These are right. The bed and the relationship to the wheel placement, it's just right. You know, tire size, that's all about. You know, you get your proportions right, your tires look right. Paul's over there, the proportions just look right. The bed length, everything's just right on it. All the other stuff, you know, to dress it up, to make it more ratty and goth looking, wouldn't matter if you don't have the proportions right. So it just makes or breaks it. I love these exhausts on this. Where he found those at? Those are just insane. He's got cleaner antifreeze than I have.
I leave the house and I'm like, oh my god, that's all I worry about, the animals. See, it's not just me. No.
I've watched him building this online. A little power wheel cart. Very cool. This guy here, I talked to him yesterday. He's from Puerto Rico. Really amazing. I think that's a Buick, old Pontiac. I don't know, but I think it's an old Buick. I don't know. His English wasn't so good, so I wasn't really wanting to push him for questions. But definitely well done drop. I love the way that his body raises up like that.
Vendors is not part of the building. It is out there in the parking lot. Please move it to gated area. We have a gated area for trail parking. It is not an area liable for what they have to it. Keeping it out of that fenced area overnight is probably not a great idea. So please move your trailers with parking into the building with the trailer parking to make sure that you're protected.
Of course, he quits talking about the time I turned the camera off. But yeah, I talked to him yesterday. I didn't ask him about where he got the idea to do his exhaust, which is just like how I did sketchies, but a little different. And I talked to these guys yesterday too. I believe one of them was also from Puerto Rico. These old Dodge trucks. One of them, if not both of them, I talked to the owner. One of them has a RV 440 in it. Flat rat. Flat Rat Garage. I'm not sure if I've seen this one before. It looks familiar. I don't remember. After a while you see so many of them. I love the knife switch, kill switch. I'm guessing these airbags the back of it. And here's more of a highboy roadster kit that somebody bought and tried to rat out, which there's nothing wrong with. You can do what you want. Who am I to judge? Come on, announcement guy, wrap it up. Okay, back at it. Looking 49 Chevy truck. Drop down, I'm guessing on a S10 chassis. Nice clean build. Expanded metal bed. Thought about doing that with Rat Dooley before. Kind of show off what I got going on underneath there with the airbags and whatnot. 1974 Beetle. I figured it was a 70 being they had number 70 on it, but I guess he's got another reason for that. And this one here, I hadn't seen this one until yesterday. Bone collector. Like Mustang 2 front end on it. LS with coil covers on it to make it look more like a 454. Good looking motor. Clean, much cleaner than what I got going on for sure. Clean, well done interior. Just overall, I like the exhaust, little exhaust flappers. Very cool. And here's another spin on the old, this is a 50 Ford, whereas Rat Dooley's a 49. See, he's got issues with his hood, his fenders denting in like mine do, from putting pressure on them. Called Naked Lady Crazy Customs out of Morrow, Arkansas. Very cool build. I'm guessing it's on a modern straight I-beam suspension. I'm not sure what kind that is. Maybe a Chevy. He doesn't have the hood up, kind of hard to tell. Surf Rat. Yeah, he still has his proportions pretty decent. Seems like he's got a lot of space in front of his motor that could probably have been used better. Having that fan with no shroud on it looks like a problem. Now I've had this idea before. I thought about for rat rod seats, those metal seats like that, but you'd have to get the angle right. I don't think he's got it right. I think that'd be pretty uncomfortable. You really have to have those tilted back to sit in them proper. Surf Rat. And this one, Helix Metal Works 52 International. A good looking clean truck, kind of borders on the rat rod, but it's Cummins swapped. I just saw the Cummins badge on it. Very nice. This one looks familiar. I don't know if I've seen this before or not. It's very cool. Like maybe he had it set up for something different. Oh, okay. I guess he was probably running stacks on it in order to legalize it. Maybe he had to run it back. Or, okay, he's running flames. So that's why he's got it ran back like that. Igniters. Very cool. Try to catch these guys to talk to them here in a little bit. That's not what I'm used to doing yet, so not really used to, not comfortable just walking up and talking to people and sticking a camera in their face, so we'll work on that. But oh, very cool hand belt intake manifold and header, but that thing sounds like a trip. Very cool. Straight 6. Oh, I love that. I need to get one of them stickers. Very cool. Maybe that'll make my thumbnail. Misfit School. These old school buses, I've seen a few of these done up neat. He's probably on a F-350 chassis of some sort, maybe like a box fan, maybe just a long flatbed. Good for camping in. This one here, I saw this one from, pretty sure I saw this one online a couple of times. You know, don't think there's a whole lot of tracks like that in Cummins diesel. A good way to get around the steering. That mounted up chain drive to the bottom. It's got a lot of work in this one for sure. And then dash. Got kind of a horror film theme going on there. The tail lights, Ouija board. Very cool. Very cool elements to this one. You know, and I knew coming here that after I had clicked the online entry, I paid the extra money for judging, but I knew that was silly because I knew there was going to be cars here that was just unreal. I mean, I'm happy with mine, but I don't have the time to put into it. These guys, another one pitch rolling in. This one I saw yesterday, I fell in love with the rear mounted engine like that. I bet that thing sounds sweet when it's running. It may not even be that bad going down the road. Not all that big fumes and stuff coming up from the front might make it a little more bearable. The Sledgehammer, I believe I've seen it at other shows. Pretty sure I've seen it at probably not Wrench Fest, but I think I saw it at that other one, Fort Smith. Yeah. Oh, I love their lock. Definitely got a lot of hours in this one. A lot of hours, a lot of work. This one here, it wasn't here yesterday when I was walking around. That is something else. Looks like they probably start with the 4-door. Oh good, they got pictures. They don't have the very earliest pictures, I don't think. It may have started out as a 2-door. I was just looking at the roof line there, thinking that maybe it was a 4-door that they shrunk down. It might have been. I still bet it might have been. So and it's got a cool looking effect to the front of it. Looks something like you'd see back in the 60s style of customs. That's Gene Winfield. I met him last year at Fort Smith, 2 years ago, 2019 at Fort Smith, and I didn't waste a bunch of his time. I just asked him about what car he liked there at the show, and when he showed me, I couldn't agree more. It was incredible. Now we get more into really blurring the lines of rat rods and show vehicles, and then we get into the flamethrowing category. Flamethrowers. Clean looking Apache truck.
This ain't that pretty. We got one that'll be up there next year, though.
I saw a couple up there that shouldn't be up there.
Yeah, that's about normal.
Yeah.
Some of them down here should be up there, and some of them up there should be down here.
Yep. Very nice.
How many times have you been to this show?
It's my first time.
Oh, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Been coming here for 5 years now?
Yeah, my brother, he's been here several years. We drove down from Cuba, Missouri. It's about a 5-hour trip.
Oh, wow. Well, it's about a 2-hour drive for us. We're just at a Neo show.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
And what year is this? Oh, 59. Okay.
Well, a few people have actually noticed that.
Yeah.
Everybody asking what year is it, 58, 57?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like
Says it right there. Yep. Very cool. My dad used to have one of these. In fact, when I first learned to weld, he had one of these old Chevys like this that had a flatbed on it. And the wooden bed was all rotten, so he had got some diamond plate, looks like this kind of diamond plate. And he cut it out, and so it would fit the bed, and then he let me weld it onto the bed. All right, I'm going to show just a real quick walkthrough. I'm not going to talk through all these. I'm just going to hold the camera up, walk by, and play some music in the background. Looks like another club gathering over here. They try to keep the clubs together so guys can hang out together. It's like Okie Sleds, just like the name of this group. And quite a cool collection here. I thought that was a Ford. It's actually a Mercury. Sedan, that'd be similar to my dad's. We've got the different headlights and turn signals, which would be understandable, being the difference between Mercury and Ford. We're getting ready to put tag up. Yeah, I was getting ready to see what year this was. My dad's got a 41 Ford.
It's a 40.
Is it 40? Okay.
Yep.
I was trying to figure out what differences were. I know this is Mercury. I didn't know if they'd changed the headlights between Mercury or Ford, if it was a year thing. But
Well, like the 39 has the big Queen Bees. And then
Oh,
the 40,
okay.
40 has these.
right. Okay.
Yep. It's got the original, no LS.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't do nothing like that.
Yeah, my dad, he got the flathead, and he just wasn't happy with it, and I didn't talk to him fast enough. He had an old Chevy truck that had a 350 in it, so he had it available, so that's what we put in there. And then we ended up putting it on a S10 chassis, another thing I wasn't crazy about. But
I'll probably have Mustang 2 this later, but keep a flathead with the T5 on it.
oh, there you go.
Yeah.
How's that T5 work with the flathead?
Well, the adapter's expensive,
Oh, yeah.
but I heard it's smooth. Get the S10 rear end to match it, 410s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're set.
Good deal.
It's cool ass parts.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I didn't win nothing. I just got here. Are you part of the Okie Sleds, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I started seeing their tags. I'm from up in Missouri.
Really cool.
Rusty Orphans over in that group over there.
Yeah, we'll check it out. Cool.
Yeah, I got the Rat Dooley truck and Sketchy right next to it. You'll know Sketchy because it says Sketchy on it.
Dooley's a badass, man.
Yeah.
I'll come check them out later.
Yeah, see you around. Very cool. Flathead. Good looking Cadillacs over here. Low riders. I notice there's no glass in this one. I'd say glass is probably hard to find. Maybe he's just not to that point yet, but maybe he's looking for some flush mount setup. I don't know. Not blue. Blue, not blue. Wow. Pink motor. A work in progress there. Potential lead sled. 52 Mercury. Very nice. And here's the row of bugs. Saw some of these rolling in yesterday. And Patty looked at them and discussed her bug, which you guys will see before too long. I know she thinks I'm jerking her around on this, but I swear to God, honey, we're getting ready to start working on your bug. A big part of it right now is trying to figure out getting the motor. If I want to have the motor professionally assembled or do it myself, I'm probably capable of it, but we'll see. I got to talk to some people on that. Manx Myers, looks like. Myers Manx, I don't know. Anyway, buggy. This one, I saw this one going around when we came in. You do not see these anymore. And I don't know how much they share with the Volkswagen Rabbit. Definitely a cool little deal. Decent looking patina on this one here. This one, I talked to the owner with it yesterday because he also built this little scooter. But he was talking about putting a 302, having too much, something about not enough sleep and too much beer or something like that. I didn't walk around it to really see what he had going on, other than it has a 302 in it. Yeah, he did have to move everything back just like my buddy Sean did in his. Not sure what kind of chassis he's got underneath that to get it that wide. If it's just a Mustang 2 front end. Oh, he's got a straight. I gotta talk to this guy now. What in the hell do you run a straight axle underneath there for? I guess it's F-150. That's crazy. That's the worst possible front end to use under that thing. Yeah, he needs a Crown Vic under there. A narrow Crown Vic. All looking very nice. I like that gray. I've seen that gray a lot on things lately. I don't know. I would think it'd be like a battleship gray, but nice, pretty. Pretty one here. 67. Lower down. Not sure how radical we're going to get with Patty's yet. I'm sure she won't go for the airbags and dropping it down, which is fine. Brass I looked at yesterday. Good looking sedan. Another sedan. And then we get to what I was talking about earlier about proportions. Something's just not right. The little bitty bed, the back tire not being centered. I don't know. There's just so much that just hurts my eyes on this one. You know, the obvious excessive amount of length in the front. I don't know. You know, either do a suicide front axle or something. I don't know. That one's bothered me. And I'm sure the owner is not a subscriber of mine. If you are, I'm sorry.